It looks like the Portland Trailblazers may have found a gem in Blake Wesley. The former first-round pick by the San Antonio Spurs joined Portland this offseason with very minimal expectations to even play due to the depth Portland has, but the injury to Scoot Henderson completely changed that. And now Wesley has a legitimate role and he has been taking full advantage of this. Blake Wesley is one of the most annoying defenders in the NBA. He gives you non-stop pressure at 94 feet and his motor legitimately never turns off. And over time, this wrecks offenses and frustrates players. Take for instance this possession against the Golden State Warriors. Wesley picks up pods literally the entire floor, giving him bumps, his hips are wide, and he has a hand on it, which is perfect technique, and with 13 seconds on the shot clock, pods is still on the Trailblazer logo. He finally passes someone who has no advantage with just 10 seconds on the clock, and literally nothing happens at possession as it ends with the pods travel. Now this is just amazing defense by the Portland Trailblazers, but really it all starts with Wesley's pressure and his ability to keep his man in front. Because one of the more underrated aspects of on-ball defense is just allowing your teammates to be able to just stay in passing lanes, not have to show strong help because you can't stay in front of your man. And when that happens, you get brilliant defensive possessions like this one. Another play like this against the Clippers. Wesley is working his former teammate CP3 94 feet as soon as he touches the ball, makes him pick up the ball 15 seconds on the clock, and then he falls down, quickly gets up, and now he's pressuring Bogey. Offense is once again at a stalemate because no one is creating any advantages as Wesley's pressure is causing problems. So Bogey is forced to take a low quality shot with 5 seconds on the clock, and look at how many seconds Wesley spent pressuring ball handlers with that possession. Now that's the value of having a guy who doesn't get tired and has no problem pressing the ball for however long you need him to. Now Blake Wesley is just flat out a dog. He fears no one on the court, and him having elite speed and technique as well as overall length just makes him that much more valuable. Like how many guys do you see get into hardened space like this while still anticipating the screen drawing an offensive foul at the Lou doorway? And like not even the cameramen are ready for Blake Wesley's pressure as they nearly completely miss Wesley pressure and taking the ball from one of the greatest players in NBA history. And you just can't play lazy against this guy because he has, in my opinion, the best motor in the NBA. And he's an extremely instinctive defender. Like look at this bait against James Harden. Sharp turns the ball over and Wesley's playing safety, and he knows that Dunn is the only player in scoring position, so he acts as if he's just getting back on defense, knowing full well where the ball is going, so he just stays on his toes and jumps to pass. Now there's just an elite combination of speed, IQ, and instincts in which Blake Wesley possesses all three. Now Wesley is a very good defender. He's incredibly quick and pesky, he challenges even the best offensive players in the world, and he also has great defensive playmaking. However, the issue for Wesley was always if his offense can hold up enough for him to be a viable option, and that has been a huge question mark even this year. Wesley has yet to hit a 3 this season. He is shooting just 36% from the field, which in 2025, where it feels like everyone has to at least be solid on the end, it is definitely not cutting it. However, Wesley's still an incredibly quick ball handler, and he's able to get to the rim at a pretty good rate. He's also a pretty good passer. He's averaging 3.5 assists per game in just 17 minutes a night, which is really solid. Wesley is also a threat in transition with his athleticism, so he does have offensive qualities. Though he is incredibly raw and inconsistent on the end, I believe that he can turn into at least a decent offensive player, and in the second half of the last season, he did shoot 37% from 3, which does give me hope that maybe one day he can develop a consistent jumper, and when that day does come, look out. But until then, he's definitely still a very good defender who definitely holds a ton of value on the basketball court, and he's, in my opinion, one of the most underrated guys in the NBA. And that concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's anything you agree or disagree with, and have a great day.
To say about Blake Wesley in training camp, we saw him just be an absolute menace tonight. Is that what you saw in camp?
Yeah, but a lot more of it. You know, maybe, because it happens to me. But that's what he does, and he's great at it. He's elite at it, and he doesn't get tired. He doesn't back down from anybody. And honestly, he really changed the game in that second quarter. So to have him on our team is we need him.